name's Sam Murphy. I'm a mechanical engineer, and first of all, I'd like to say just how wonderful it is to hear so many intelligent speakers tonight. What I would like to ask you guys to do is cast your mind back about 7 or 8 years when in far, far away land down central Otago, Wanaka, we had a drought. And what this drought meant was that there wasn't enough water to spin our turbines, which keeps all our lights on all this way up here. So what the government did at the time, this is the Labour government, is they asked New Zealanders to change some of their habits. And as a country, people were conscious of the fact, for once, that what's happening in our own homes is actually a product of something real and something that exists in nature, and not just a magical something organised by engineers. So, as a country, we managed to reduce our domestic power consumption by 10% during this period, which is astonishing, just through changing little habits. So what I challenge the New Zealand government to do is to challenge us as a country to make changes in our own lives, to change little habits and to enable us to make a change. And if everyone works together, it's proof that we can do that. If we can change our domestic consumption of electricity by 10% just by flicking off a few light bulbs, it'd be amazing to see what we could do if we really had I guess a sense of teamwork as a whole country. We are in this together, and even and we could go further as to introduce, government policies, taxes. There's so many things which can help, people to understand and to want to make a change. Secondly, it's pretty obvious, and I have to admit I have used my car a bit in Auckland, and it's really awful. I would like the government to also encourage and to enable us to use both more healthy and more social means of transport. And I don't have to get started on the obvious benefits of cycling. I go to work, and I work in an office with 900 people, and most of them are this wide. And they couldn't do this. Bike to work. It's so obvious. If you live on the North Shore, you don't want to go through that bottleneck, which is the bridge. Try using more social means of transport. Auckland is the most lonely city in New Zealand, and I know this because I've lived in 2 other cities. And for lonely people, maybe if you spend a little bit of time with someone else, when you're not at your office focused on what you're working on, if you're actually doing something which isn't really anything, you might as well be talking to other people, sharing ideas, and you'll just go home feeling better about yourself.